What is this? A ZOM 100 episode? 2 weeks in a row? No breaks? No delays? Never thought the day would come. This is incredible. All that just to say there's got to be a recap next week, so there won't be another episode. But 2 in a row, that's a big step up for them. You know, they're doing good. I'm assuming this means if there's going to be a recap, this is like mini arc conclusion of that, us breaking free of the slavery that we are part of now, being back with old boss man, and hopefully we could work together and get out of this. I would love to see Akira get out of this by himself, like figure out a way and really overcome all of this, but through teamwork and everything, with the others maybe coming up with a plan or using their own things in the past and stuff maybe that they can relate in their own feelings and kind of get us out of this would be cool too. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. I'm just curious to see how I guess they're going to handle it and get us out of this. Really set us off going on to our next adventure, wherever that may be. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments with this episode or series. Let's get going though with episode 7. Not the 4:3 aspect ratio. So this doesn't signify present flashback. This signifies childhood and really far back. That's a fun way to do it. So I can have a friend? Ah, what a loser, bro. Bro's just a server now. It's like he's apologizing to himself for putting himself in this situation. Oh. It's the same thing. I didn't agree to be here. Oh, she's doing it. Oh my god. Now I'm uncomfortable. No. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Hit him with the mug. Well, that's direct, at least. That's not true. This is a hell of a 2 days. Bro, he's snapped out of it though. Like he's... you owe me so much, don't you? Manipulation. You already knew that. Right. That was instilled in you from a young age. I wonder why he thinks he's better than everyone. Right. You had so much to live up to. Aww. What's the high risk of being sued in your position too, buddy? Damn, just shit all over her dreams. I'm well aware. What the fuck? Bro, no wonder why she acts so cold. Do what you gotta do to survive. Just listen to his words. Yeah, that wasn't gonna... I don't know why you thought that was gonna happen from the beginning. Jesus Christ. I hate him. I hate him. Holy fuck. No. I have so high expectations for you. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, bro. I want to make sure my parents are alive. Yeah, you might as well not be free and listen to others. Like, what? I'll free you of all your troubles, buddy. Yeah, just brainwash them. There you go. She sees her dad right through him. Fuck you. Yeah, it's for you. So literally that. He lives by the wants, you live by the needs, and you're adding to it. Beautiful. Get out of this place alive. And then you just get happy with your position. You won't really question it, right? Wow. Bro's gonna fuck everything in that truck up for you. Yeah, but except we're just gonna beat the fuck out of you before you can. I want to stay here. No, bro, they tricked him. No, no, no. We treat him good over here. He hasn't done shit. Oh my god. I love that she's the one speaking up to this, though. Yep. And dominate everybody around him. Yeah. Yep. Look what you've done for others, dude. Yeah. At least she knows don't live like that, though. Yeah. Except it resonates with everybody around you. They all pick up on it, yeah. You got so much left to do, buddy. Can you really do all that? Yeah. You don't have those opportunities if you stay around that just get bossed around forever. Needed somebody to snap him out of this. Yep. All 37 can get crossed off right here. All the good things that came out of that book. All the good things that came out of your wants. And we will protect it with our lives. This is the holy relic. The sacred text. I'm gonna go home. Is he just gonna let you? I don't think he's just gonna let you go, though. Unless he was just relying heavily on the brainwashing here. Nothing I do will make up for this. Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm sure I will. I'd rather be zombie food than fall under you. Right. Awesome. Except for the fact. Wheel out one end. Go. Use this as your chance. Good. Everybody leave him, bro. Force him to fucking die. Oh, everybody's here. No. Some of these people are so innocent. I would never be the bigger man here and save him. I don't know if he plans to, but I would never personally. I would run the boss over with the truck personally. Oh. Why we save him? No. Better man than me, that's all I'm saying. I would never. I would have wrote it on my list just to watch him fucking die. There's no way his big ass is gonna make that jump. They can make this such a perfect comedy moment if they just let him fall in. Kinda was, though. Nobody's gonna be with you. Yeah, we've seen the light, you know? Someone has taught us the way. Wow. All it took was one person to rise above and wake up. Look how powerless he really is at the end of the day. We're not gonna kill him, so he's 1,000,000% coming back, right? I don't think he'll have an opportunity to find the gem. So might as well just live for fun right now. Yep. Awesome. We're going home, baby. Downfall of the ugly bastard is complete, and I couldn't be happier. Hated him last week, hated him when he was first introduced, still hate him now. Akira's a better man than I'll ever be, because I absolutely would not have saved him or pulled any of that off, and I would have done some of the most petty things. Like I think I said during the reaction, including him saying, "Oh, I didn't have in my list to just stand around and watch somebody get eaten by a zombie." Yeah, well, I would have fucking wrote that in my list and just watched him get eaten, because I absolutely could not stand that guy or people who act like him. It's unfortunate he didn't die. It really is, because now we know he's out there in this world still, and we're gonna end up running into him again. I mean, he could be reformed and changed, but realistically, he's just gonna find more people who are still alive, and then he's gonna use them probably the same exact way. Like, I doubt this changes him in any sort of way, so we're gonna have to like recycle with this with him at some point throughout the story, probably not the season. It was really nice to get a lot of Shizuka backstory though, or at least understanding of her and why she's been the way that she is her entire life, the type of person that we meet her as, and also just to see the change that she kind of has here and her feelings actually allow her to express herself fully for once. Basically being completely controlled and manipulated through her dad, constantly telling her things that she needs to do, telling her the path to basically go, and trying to be that dictator almost in her life, and directing her everywhere that she's going. Every single decision that she makes has to have certain reasons and has to be followed by, like, there has to be a certain order to everything she's doing, and it has to be well thought out, and it has to be beneficial to her, and whatever the situation is, like, proves perfectly or works perfectly with what she was doing in the second episode when we meet her, in the way that she's so calculating of everything, doing like extensive research, trying to figure everything out, trying to take everything as serious as she is, and not trying to lighten up anything. I mean, and even we've seen all the way up until basically some point at last week, and now especially the breaking point she gets here, where she doesn't seem to ever want to enjoy herself, and she's taking all this extremely serious. So it's nice to meet somebody like Akira, who has this complete different view and vision on things, and he's more about the wanting, where she's more about like the necessities and the needing, which is really cool, because now she's had that eye-opening experience, and she allowed for the eye-opening experience to come in as well with Akira here, and express kind of the things that she knows about the situation, and the things that she's observed, and the type of person that she's seen that he is, and the type of person that she likes him as, and wants to kind of see that come back. And it's a special thing that not everybody can have that same mindset and be like him. So getting him back and really being able to snap him into that's really cool. And seeing how much like he's influenced her is really cool, because it makes her also reflect on the past and things that she hated so much growing up, that she kind of just came to like understand and be okay with at some point, that her dad was kind of doing in the path he was putting her on, and being able to see all that kind of crumble here when she meets somebody like this who's completely opposite, and is almost like she wishes maybe that she was able to live her life the entire way through, which is really fun for us to be able to see. We take on a much more serious tone for the most part throughout the episode, and I don't have any complaints at that at all. Sure, there's some things that come in funny, but it's very emotion filled and very intense for the most part, with emotions running high, and a lot of characters kind of really getting their thoughts and feelings out there. And I think it was really cool for a nice little change. I mean, last episode, for the most part, once we kind of got captured, shifted that tone a significant amount, and it continued and carried over well here. So it works pretty well, and I'm not mad at all about it. I like getting Shizuka's backstory and then switching to the aspect ratio here, like like it's like an older story. They use like the more like widescreen black barred one to show off like backstory of like a certain time, right? Or like when they're in a game, or they're like showing something on screen. But then when they switch to like an actual character backstory, it almost like signifies that it was like older, because older things were kind of like filmed and put on TV and stuff in this ratio. So it like makes a lot of sense that when you're looking back on a character like years and years ago, probably like 15-20 years ago, you put them in this exact like box like this. It's really funny actually, and I really like the way it does. It makes it pop a lot more, makes you understand the situation where you're at, and I don't know, it just hits a lot more, which is something I've praised before about the constant shifts of it that they used, and especially like the first episode, and they even did it in other ones too. It works out really well. He's really fucking creepy, just the way he acts. I guess the only benefit that I can say is, at least like despite his advances towards her and the things that he was saying about her that were like completely fucked up, at least he didn't actually make any like physical advances, unless he did and they just cut that out of this, which I don't believe they probably would. I'm just happy that they didn't do any of that, because that would have just been way too uncomfortable and would have made me just hate him even more for what it is. Basically, though, she gets a stupidly bad backstory, or like sad backstory here, because of her just trying to have this connection and thing that she actually wants at one point in her life here, and she's growing to love with this dog, and then the dad just completely fucking getting rid of it and killing it is like the most absurd shit. We see Akira's downfall just continue and spiral out of control here, when Boss comes out of his way here and tries to convince us that he's doing everything because he has expectations and hopes, and he thinks that you're a good person and good worker and all this, right? And you're somebody who doesn't want to go out of his way and have to do things on your own, and you're better off just being told by somebody what to do and kind of living your life like that. And it's a bit more freeing knowing that you don't have freedom in a way. It's more freeing to just kind of be told what to do, so that you don't have to stress over all these things and fear of being killed and stuff. So if you just kind of live your life and stay in your lane here and follow orders, things are going to go well, right? And he's trying to basically trick him here, which is really fucked up. Shizuka in a suit is like, it does things to me. It just does. I love her looking at the list though and actually adding something to it, which is really big and key for what's going to end up happening later. Him coming out of his way and deciding that he wants to stay, and I love her declaration here coming out strong. And this is when the emotion really got got to a peak here, and having this conversation, or having this dispute here now with the boss. And I love this visual, represents it perfect, using the older figure here, the boss in the situation, as her dad, and her stepping in front of her former self, something that she wishes when she was younger she was able to speak up for herself and be able to say and do, and now she's able to put that into this situation and speak up and tell this other guy off, which I think is a perfect opportunity for her too. And that visual works perfect just to fully represent and explain that. And I love how she kind of tries to turn this on us, but basically asking him now, what does he want to do? And then showing, or allowing him to look inside the book and seeing the thing that she wrote, and seeing her participation and contribution here. Somebody who's been so kind of against joining us or being with us for so long is now able to switch her mindset up a little bit and join in, and kind of gives us that nice little push that we kind of needed, which I absolutely love. And all the flashbacks and things that kind of come back to him the moment that he sees this allows him to snap out and realize all the good things and fun moments, the things that he's missed out for years now. He is absolutely none of those moments that we see in that come from anything that happened while he was still working. Now, I'm assuming they're just all moments that are from the book, so he has all these memories of things that he's gone out of his way and actually did that he wanted to, but it's more so, in my opinion, showcasing that all these years he had nothing, and then the moment he kind of started living a bit more free and able to tick off these things that he wanted to, he had so much joy and fulfillment in life that he loses out completely on now, having to be under this guy. So him actually going out of his way and speaking up and telling off the boss here is fantastic. He does it in like the most like passive way possible though, which is, it's really funny. And then basically zombie outbreak, and we have to protect and help save people. He's a way better man than me for going out of his way in creating this plan and saving the boss. In this situation, when they decide to blow this shit up, it would have been the funniest thing if instead of jumping and getting the boss out of there, we jump, but he's too heavy and we just like drop him in there. Even if it's accidental, like that to me would have been absolutely funny, but it's okay. I guess that they didn't. It's unfortunate though, because now we know boss is gonna still be around, and we're gonna have to deal with him at some other point, which is unfortunate. And I love just the chemistry that we're growing between these two, and it's gotten really good over the past few episodes, and shows you how good their dynamic between them is kind of growing to be here. I love everybody else telling him off though, and just being like, oh, we've overstayed, we're not helping you or do anything. And then you see how easy it is to crumble somebody in his position who thinks they have it all and thinks that they are like the ultimate like authority here, but he has absolutely nothing, and he has no say and no power, and he can't do anything if he doesn't have anybody following him to kind of back him and allow him to look and be more intimidating than he actually is. And he just completely breaks down like the little bitch that he is. I love at the end too, her talking about how there's so many opportunities and things out there, and don't need a rush to kind of find a job. You just need to kind of do what you want to do and enjoy it, and then maybe at some point in the future an opportunity to present itself where maybe there's a job or there's a thing that only you can do. And I think that is an absolute key thing, and her sayings of all this is perfect, similar to how she's perfect. So it works perfectly. We're going back home, it looks like, and we have to go make sure that the parents are good. I love the way it jumped right into the ED, and I'm assuming we meet this girl next week. Not next week, but whenever the next episode is, it has to be, right? We're pushing back in. What are we on? We're going to 8 now, and we haven't met her, and she's in all the OP or in the EDs and shit. Like, she's got to be involved here soon. So I'm assuming next time, if not, then the one after that. But 8 or 9, she has to show up, I'd assume, which will be good. And we'll get our 4th member finally involved, and then the whole crew will kind of be assembled and ready to go. Really good episode, fairly straightforward, but I think it really resonates with a lot of people, or it can resonate with a lot of people. And I really think it was definitely filled with some high emotion and good moments to kind of bring our characters together and kind of grow the bond and the chemistry that we're going to have now between all of them. And I'm very thrilled to kind of see what comes next. I'm hoping we get a bit more fun, less serious moments going to next week. I think it's nice to mix them up, but I definitely think like the show excels when they can kind of make things a bit more fun. And now that we're out of this darker space, it would be a lot more interesting to make things fun, at least until we probably get to where our parents are. And then that's when we probably find out that they're not alive, and then we'll get a bit more serious for a little bit. But I think that'll be a perfect way for them to give us a few episode break before we have to face that realization. It's gonna be all from me. If you liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. Do me a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave any comments about this episode or series. We'll be back for the 8th episode in 2 weeks, I believe. You guys have a good one though. Peace.